Thank you. Mr. Manning, how did Miss Saybrook's panties get torn?
I have no idea. You'll have to ask her. She's the one who ripped them off.
She did. She was that hot and bothered for you. You expect this court to believe that?
Objection. Sustained. Mr. Gannon, please tone it down.
Mr. Manning, what about this blouse? Marty wore this blouse the night of the party. It's ripped also. Did she rip this off too? Did Marty take her clothes off so fast that all the garments she was wearing ended up torn?
I don't know. I mean, we were all drinking, and Marty was all over us. I mean, the last thing we were thinking about was being careful.
In more ways than one.
Objection. Sustained.
Now, Mr. Manning, you've testified to having slept with Miss Saybrook on one previous occasion. Did you use a condom during that particular encounter?
Yes.
Do you usually use a condom when you're engaging in sexual intercourse?
Yes, I do.
Did you and the other two defendants use a condom on the night in question?
No.
No? Well, you just said you normally do. Or wasn't that a normal situation?
Look, it all happened so fast.
Too fast to put on a condom? That is pretty fast.
That's the way Marty is. I mean, she didn't want to wait, not even for 1 second.
So, one by one, you and your friends had unprotected sex with Marty Saybrook at her urgent bidding.
That's right.
And she never asked you to stop?
No. She was totally into it.
Even though she was being bruised?
I never saw any bruises on her.
Maybe because your hands were covering them, Mr. Manning.
Objection. Sustained. Mr. Gannon, please.
Marty was totally into having sex with you, even though she was screaming for you to stop.
Look, she never told any of us to stop.
Well, maybe she tried, but you couldn't hear her because of the sweatband you stuffed in her mouth. A sweatband that bore traces of Mrs. Saybrook's blood and saliva. The sweatband that you and your friends
For the
shot
last
with her.
time, there was no sweatband. And Milton is totally nuts if he thinks that's why Zach and Todd were in the woods.
Milton Biddlecombe mentioned a fraternity ring being lost in the woods. He never said a word about a sweatband being out there. Why would you, Todd?
Isn't that the way it sounded?
You mean it was a lie? Sounded like you thought Milton saw you hiding that sweatband.
That's not true.
You didn't worry about Milton seeing that sweatband being hidden because you had destroyed it already, didn't you?
All right. You want a confession? I'll give you one. I've got sweatband on the brain. Not because there is one, but because every detective in Landview has been in my face about this from day one. Sweatband this, sweatband is all I ever hear about.
Is it in the
Now
woods?
I'm all mixed up.
Is it in the woods, Miss Manning? Is that where you hid it?
Objection.
Your Honor, this sweatband is a potentially crucial piece of evidence. Mr. Manning himself brought up the search for it.
The objection is sustained. Mr. Gannon, I will allow you to continue this line of questioning. However, please, keep your opinions regarding the veracity of the witness to yourself.
Yes, Your Honor. Now, Mr. Manning, you said just now that you were mixed up. Why is that?
That's your job to confuse me, right?
It's my job to get to the facts of this case.
Well, I'll give you a fact. There is no sweatband, and there never was.
You're under oath, Mr. Manning.
I know that. I'm telling you the truth.
What's the truth about Marty's bruises?
I don't know. She bruises easy. Her own doctor testified right here to that fact. Marty could get dinged up playing the piano.
Marty's panties and her blouse didn't get torn that night from playing the piano.
I don't know how that happened. Maybe her clothes were ripped before she even got to the spring fling.
Holy smoke. You've got an answer for everything, don't you?
No, I don't have an answer for why Marty dragged me and my friends into this whole thing. We never raped her. She wanted to have sex with us. And when she got what she wanted, she never once said stop. She was enjoying it. Those are the facts.
Facts, Mr. Manning? Does this look like a woman who was enjoying herself? Your Honor, I have no further questions.
This court will recess for 30 minutes.
All right.